What's wrong, eh?
Yes, recording now. Go on.
You, when you were younger, you used to spend a lot of time with David. Do you remember David?
No, don't talk to me.
Irish's boy. Oh, there you go. You see, you're sort of. Well, then I said, I remember when.
Well, you're asking me a question.
Yeah, but you don't want me to talk to you. I just got to talk.
Yeah, or if you ask me a question, don't expect an answer.
Oh, fiddle-dee-dee.
Yeah?
Oh,
Go on.
goes on. Goes on. When Paul was young, a lot younger, we used to spend a lot of time with David because he had two sisters who were older than he, and I was only had David. That's my cousin's boy. So we used to have David with us a lot for a bit company for Paul. He was taking on holiday with us down Ale and everywhere. Anyway, one day Denise and me decided to take Paul and David down Penzance swimming pool. So off we trotted on the train, and we were going along the promenade towards the pool there, and David was very, very keen on cycling. He had a bike and he used to go biking everywhere. So along come a load of people on bikes. So I said, cool. Did you see all they bikes, David? I said, wasn't there some lot? He said, yeah, lots of them, wasn't there? He said, and they were all women's bikes. I said, women's bikes? I never heard of that make before. I've heard of rally and I've heard of BSA, but I never heard of women's bikes. He said, no, women's bikes. So I said, yeah, I know. I heard you the first time, but I never heard of that make. I never heard of it in my life, honest. So he said, now women's bikes, women's bikes, women's bikes. So by this time, Denise obviously got the point and was giggling her head off. I never knew what he meant. So I said, yeah, I heard you, but I didn't know that, mate. I've never heard of it. He said, they were all riding on women's bikes. So I got the message at last. Boom. My aunt used to live in this house with us, and she used to do the housework. And her husband used to work down Almonds. And I was here one day, and Gladys had sold somebody a cooker. I don't know who or what. Anyway, Bob arranged it, that's her husband, arranged it for some lorry come here in his dinner time from Almonds. Against the rules, I expect, if the truth be known. But anyway, this is what happened. And take the cooker away in this lorry. Well, Gladys is a tough old bird, I must confess. But she and this chap was there fussing and cussing. He said, hurry up, missus, my dinner hour is going on like fire. Hurry up, missus. She said to me, hey, Sil, she's called me Sil, come here a minute and give us £1. So I said, okay. So up I trotted upstairs, went to my little treasure trove and took out a pound note in the days, brought him down. When I come down, there was only Gladys here, no man, no lorry, no cooker. So I said, where's the man gone? She said, he's gone. Where in the hell did you go? So I said, I went upstairs, get £1 for you, like you said. She said, you silly fool, I meant £1 in weight, Dave. The cooker on the lorry, you darn fool. Last Friday, I wanted to see something on television, and John had gone to a retirement party or something down Peran. Oh boy. It was unusual for Egbo, I tell you. Anyway, off he went. So I said to Robert, would you put the timer on, or would you come in 9 o'clock and put the video on for me? We've had that video for years, and neither one of us know how to put it on, even now. Anyway, off I went to bingo. Halfway through, the phone went. And said, Lucille, you wanted on the phone? Well, I thought it was John telling me what time he wanted to be picked up, because Marcia and me were going down picking up. It was Robert next door. He said, I thought you said you set up the machine, but there's no tape in it. Honestly, I can't believe I was that stupid. I had the right station. I had the darn thing on the right time and all that. Well, I didn't put the time on, but Robert came in for the time. And I didn't put no tape in. Honestly, I am utterly ridiculous. One Sunday, John and me went down to Penryn to a car boot sale. It was one of the biggest around at the time. I believe the Penzance one is the biggest at the moment, but that was the Penryn one is still pretty big. Anyway, off we toddled down to the car boot. I wanted to look at something, so I leant over this stall, and so there was a crash. No, I looked at the thing, but thought it was too dear, put it back, and there was a crash when I put it back. I'd knocked over like 7 or 8 monkeys piled on, one on top of the other, and he crashed down. And the old stallholder said to me, that'll cost you £7, missus. I said, oh no, he won't. I said, I admit I knocked over, and I am sorry about that. John and me one Sunday went down Penryn to a car boot sale. It was one of the biggest around then. I believe Lubbock or Rusudgeon, wherever it is the biggest one now, down Penzance way. But this one down Penryn was pretty good. So off we toddled. It's down the railway station, I think, down there somewhere. I leant over this stall to look at something, and I looked at the price. I can't even remember what I looked at. And I put it back, and as I put it back, my cuff brushed something in front, and down he crashed. Oh, I nearly died. Anyway, the chap said, that would be £7, missus. I said, oh no, he went. He said, what you mean, you broke? And I said, yeah, I admit I done that, mister, I did. But I said, you haven't got no notices up saying brokages will be paid for. Plus the fact that you had that right on the edge, and I should think you was banking on somebody knocking over so you could get money for it. I said, well, I ain't going to do it. So he said, get the stallholder, the store manager or something who'll run the car boot. I said, you can get E if you like. I said, I don't care, I shan't pay for it. And I said, that's all there is to it. I did get away with it. The man who manages the market come up and he said, no, there's nothing you can do, because like the lady said, you haven't got a notice saying pay for breakages. But I haven't been down there since, I must confess. I did feel bad about it, because he said it was made of sandstone and it was worth this, that and the other. I don't know how valuable sandstone is, I haven't a clue, but I did knock him over, I admit, and he smashed into pieces. It was about 7 or 8 monkeys all piled one on top of the other, but I did break it. Guess what happened to me this morning, Paul? I go to the doctor's for blood tests and all that jazz. Took Michael with me, and because I'm looking after Michael this week. Went down the town, just opposite the Fleming chemist shop. There's a flower shop. We was just passing that. I upped and tripped, fell down on my knee. I knocked Michael flying. He flew in the road. A car nearly went over his hand, dear of him. Anyway, I banged my leg and hurt my flaming toe. Worst of all, though, I thought I wet myself because I knocked over some flowers and the water was coming out. I was saturated. I was soaking wet, and well, that was the worst. I thought, my gosh, I wet my pants. But I didn't. That frightened me. When my brother Victor lived here with us, Victor was 41 before he left here to get married. Anyway, Victor was here, and my husband John, and the kids and all that. And Victor used to keep pigeons, and he had a pal up the road, was quite a bit older than Victor. And he used to come in occasionally, talk to Victor about his birds. So anyway, he's called Charlie. Charlie was Skilly. So Charlie came in one day, and I said, I was getting a cup of tea for Victor and John and myself. I said, would you like a cup of tea, Charlie? Yes, dear, he said, be delighted. I'll have a cup of tea with thee. So I got Charlie a cup of tea, and I just took out a fresh cake that I'd baked that morning. And I said to John and Victor, do you want a piece of cake? Well, one of them said no, I can't remember which, and one of them said yes. So I asked Charlie, do you want a piece of something to eat? No, don't want nothing to eat, dear, he said. Don't want nothing to eat. So anyway, I cut this piece of cake and took it into one of the boys. So Charlie said, oh, that cake is looking handsome, missus. I think I will have a piece of that. So I said, of course you can, Charlie. So I brought it out again. It was quite a fair-sized cake, I can tell you. I brought it out in the kitchen again, cut a slice off, give Charlie a tea plate, took the cake with the plate with the cake and the slice on and in again. Charlie took the whole cake, left the slice on the plate, and ate the flaming lot. Victor and John were hysterical with laughter, and I didn't know where to put myself, but Charlie ate all. He did eat all the cake.